Guys, what is going on? Mike Cesaroni here, back with another video. I was going to post this video yesterday, but the market was so uncertain on where it was going that the breakout, in my opinion, for Ethereum just was not on the table yet. As I looked over the pattern a bit more, I realized that we had not come close to our breakout, but it is pretty evident that we are getting there at this time. Now, the first thing that we look at for a breakout, in my opinion, in the way that I trade, is I trade basic trend lines and resistances. And from what this chart is telling me is that we are currently broken out of this resistance, and we are going to continue trading above using this older resistance as support. So as long as, and like I've said in previous videos over and over, as long as BTC can move and coincide with Ethereum and we get some gains off of BTC, Ethereum's going to move with it. But I believe that Ethereum could be the stronger coin to have an entry in one of your exchanges. Just seeing that, you know, Ethereum usually moves a little better than Bitcoin percentage-wise. And if you're using low capital, you tend to gain a bit more profit having your funds in Ethereum. So as we can see here, we have our resistance and we have our support of this wedge once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, you know, over 5, 6 times we've tried to close above this resistance, which is you know, considered a close above would be a breakout. And we currently did that now on the 4-hour chart. We are closed above, and, you know, we actually did come down. We tested this resistance, which is now support. And I believe we're gonna probably see further price movement with Ethereum in the next couple of days. But again, it does coincide with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does drop a couple $100, unfortunately, the price of Ethereum will follow with it. But from what I'm looking at right now, and the chart that I'm looking at right now, this is a very, very big resistance that it has broken out of. So that is always something to keep an eye on. And I believe this is a very good potential for some gains in Ethereum. Let's take a look at the market today. So it's an overall green day. Things are looking good. We have Bitcoin sitting at $8,366 at the moment. Ethereum sitting at $7.11. Ripple 68 cents. Ripple's kind of a slow mover in this market right now. You know, we're not seeing, as you can see here, we've been moving flat for quite some time now. Bitcoin Cash, you know, I kind of don't like talking about Bitcoin Cash that much because that is a coin that can see different price movements with the price of BTC going up or down. Bitcoin Cash is known to kind of do its own thing. EOS is up 3.7% today, sitting at $13.63. Now, there is 5 mainnet launches that will be launched within the next month or 2, I believe. I am going to do a video later on tonight on those 5 projects that are going to be launching their mainnet, and I'm going to get in a little bit into what exactly a mainnet launch is. I know a lot of people, you know, they hear that word a lot and they hear, oh, this project's doing a mainnet launch, it's coming up, but I've also heard a lot of people say, what is a mainnet launch? What does it do, and what is it all about? So in that video tonight, I am going to go into what a mainnet launch is, what a testnet launch is, and kind of just dive into that a little bit so we all have an understanding of why the price kind of jumps when this news comes out about these mainnet launches. We got Litecoin sitting at 136. Not a lot of movement right now. You know, again, Litecoin's kind of been moving sideways right now. And it has not really been seeing the gains that Ethereum and, I guess you can say even Bitcoin have been seeing. It's kind of been doing it more of a sideways movement. NEO, again, sitting at $60. It was struggling yesterday and the day before, just sitting at $59 for a couple of days. And it's really, really odd to me that NEO is having a hard time getting over that $60 hump, just because of the use case and just because what NEO provides to the blockchain. I believe that it's extremely undervalued right now, and the opportunity to grab some and just kind of dollar cost average your way into a position is definitely not a bad idea. We have Tron up 6 occur. The other day I did post, this was on the 18th, that that's not it. So this was 2 days ago. TRX patiently waiting and laddering myself into a position for potential breakout. Now, that was 2 days ago, and I want to show you what I saw 2 days ago and the reason why I posted that tweet. And let's jump right into it. So TRX last night was showing some very, very bullish signs of a breakout. Now, this pattern here is a picture-perfect wedge, and a close above this just like Ethereum, just like how I was talking about Ethereum, you have your resistance and you have your support. And it was curling right up towards that resistance and then finally broke out. Here would have been a strong, strong buy signal. And also just knowing that TRX is launching their main net within the next month, And again, the video tonight, we will get into what a main net launch is all about, what it does, and why it causes the price to go up. But guys, simple resistance and trend lines and, and patterns. This is a wedge pattern and it saw a breakout. So what I was doing is I was laddering myself into a position. Every single time that it dropped down to the support, I would buy. And every time it kind of struggled with these EMAs, I would buy. So I was just dollar cost averaging my way in, waiting for the potential breakout, and it happened. So we were able to capitalize on some major gains with TRX, just playing this simple wedge pattern breakout. There's a couple of other coins too, guys, that are in the middle of a breakout. Again, similar situation. EOS is kind of dancing right on top of this 15 EMA on the 55 EMA on the 4-hour chart. It's not seeing a breakout like Tron, but EOS is one of the top 5 coins that is going to be releasing their main net within the next couple of weeks. So that is also something to keep in mind. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I mean, we can take a look at Bitcoin real quick and the price of Bitcoin. So right now we kind of, my support here, we bounced right off. Last night we bounced off twice, okay, got some rejection, got some volume coming into the market, and we're seeing a bit of a reversal. If we can get this, I want to see a close above the 8,500. A close above the 8,500 would be BTC USD. No problem, buddy. I'm seeing a little bit of lag. Is there any lag going on? So taking a look at BTC USD, we're seeing some definite momentum coming into the market, and we're seeing a lot of rejection at these supports, which is great, because when you see rejection at supports, that means that there's enough volume coming in to see a little bit of a reversal. Now, maybe this main and this initial volume coming out of this situation where we're at 79.30 was because of the tether being infused into the market. But I think it's safe to say that that could be over and done with, and that helped reverse the price a little bit. But for right now, as long as we can hold this 15 EMA, I do believe that we could potentially continue to see further highs. My main the main thing that I want to see with BTC is a break above 8,500. The stream is okay. What's up, Matej? Thank you for coming in, man. I very much appreciate it. And thank you for letting me know that things are running smooth. So yeah, we want to see a close above 85, and it's great seeing movement like this on Sundays. I mean, that's just that's something that I always like seeing, because in my experience in the market, Sundays are usually really slow and there's not much movement. But it's very nice seeing that we are seeing you know, quite a bit of volume come into the market right now. So I wouldn't be going long, I wouldn't be going short. I still think we're in a neutral position and situation that we need to close above this 8,500. We need to close above this 55 EMA to, you know, to test that $9,000 resistance area again. So it's looking good. It's looking healthy. I don't see any signs of weakness at this point. We can draw a trend line, actually, probably coming from down here. You know, something like that. If we can, you know, and as you can see right here, it's been bouncing off. It wicked down here, but it did overall not break this trend. So we can almost look at this as a support as of right now. So it's looking healthy. Things are looking good. And I want to get back to Ethereum for a minute. Now, obviously, the news that came out about Ethereum with Steve Wozniack saying that it's going to be the next Apple and blah, 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 that probably helped the price a little bit, which is great. I mean, the fact that Steve the Wozniak came out and publicly said that Ethereum has the chance and the ability to be the next Apple is amazing. Coming from somebody who is so involved in the tech community. If you don't know who Steve Wozniak is, he is the co-founder of Apple, and he worked right along the side of Steve Jobs. Very, very smart guy, and he, you know, I take his opinions very seriously when he does have opinions on certain situations. So yeah, guys, TRX, man, I do continue to think we will see further highs with TRX within the next month. Again, this is a perfect breakout. I posted it, and I also mentioned it in my last video. I have tweeted it. If you guys are not following me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter, because I do often you know, throw out potential call-outs. I don't like to call them call-outs because it's just my opinion. My opinion was telling me that TRX was going to break out. That doesn't mean that it was going to, but in my opinion and based on my technical analysis, I definitely saw a breakout in TRX. So the question is, how high is it going to go, right? Well, we have some resistance, and we said we have some resistance right here around the 915 area. So I do expect a little bit of struggle there. We may get some consolidation and kind of, you know, consolidate sideways for a little bit, but overall, like I said in previous videos, TRX is a coin that a lot of big analysts are predicting great things for this year. You know, some are saying a 35-cent coin, some are saying a 42-cent coin. I've heard all sorts of different things. So yeah, that's about it. Anybody else have any questions? I have a lot I got going on today. I just wanted to put out a quick stream, let you guys know some potential situations to be keeping your eye on today. Ethereum definitely being one of them. I guess let's just take a look at a couple of other coins here. Matej, you got anything else you want me to take a look at, buddy? So VeChain is also one of those coins that is having their mainnet launch. There's 5 of them. There's 5 coins. And again, I'm going to be making a video tonight on those 5 coins, and I'm going to be digging into, you know, what exactly a mainnet launch is and why it has a why it has an impact on the price. So if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, go over to my Twitter at Cesaroni Michael. You guys can DM me anytime you want, throw me a message, contact me any single time you want, and I would be happy to answer any questions. But for now, let's just keep our eyes on TRX. I think TRX is going to be the big mover right now. I'm very happy that I was able to ladder myself into a position at these low prices. In fact, if you have seen my previous videos, I think it was my third stream ever. I had just about shorting leverage is basically just your amount of XBT borrowed from BitMEX divided by the leverage. All right, so if you're shorting Bitcoin, right, and let's say you put $100 in the account, what you would do is you would use 1,000. If you're doing it 10 times, right? So if you put $100 in BitMEX and you want to do a 10-time leverage short or long, you would enter $1,000 up top, because if you're using 10 times leverage on $100, that's $1,000. If you're using $1,000, then you have the ability to, again, 10 times. If you're doing it 10 times, you can do $10,000. What's the difference buying 2,000 XBT at 10 times leverage and 25 leverage? The liquidation price. So the liquidation price would be a lot lower. So if you do a 10 times leverage on BTC, on XBT, on BitMEX, the liquidation price would be a lot lower. So if you're shorting, right, say you're shorting right now and the price of Bitcoin's at 83.68, and you did a 25 times leverage, the liquidation price would probably be somewhere around 86 or 85.75, something like that. If you did a 10 times leverage, the liquidation price would be around probably 8,900 to 9,000. Conversation on the Discord about that. I'm probably going to end up making a video on how to use BitMEX and how to short on BitMEX and exactly what the fees are and stuff like that. So you got a little bit more of an understanding on how to use it, because I get a lot of questions about how to use BitMEX and how to use leverage and stuff like that. The basic and easiest way I can say explain leverage is by just using a simple example of, if you're putting $1,000 into an account, right? If you're putting $1,000 and you're doing a 10 times leverage, you can use $10,000, 10,000 contracts. If you're doing 25 times leverage, you can use $25,000 contracts. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to make sure that you do understand the details before you get into shorting, because anybody that does not understand shorting fully does not belong shorting. You cannot be shorting or going long with leverage if you're not familiar with how to do it. You're going to end up losing all your money that way. And please, get in the Discord later, and I'll walk you right through exactly how you can use your leverage to your advantage and make sure you do not get liquidated, because getting liquidated is not a good feeling. It has happened to me before, and you end up losing a lot of money. So we want to try to avoid getting liquidated. But guys, just take a look at this TRX chart. Perfect, picture perfect breakout that we had called on our Twitter, on Discord. We called on TradingView. Just a great call overall within the community, and I will continue to do my best on getting that information out there as quickly as possible. I wish I would have done a little update last night on the pattern that I was seeing, because I had even mentioned to one of our members within the Discord last night that TRX is gonna blow up tonight, and it ended up doing just that. Yeah, people get easily bit wrecked. That's funny, bit wrecked. So yeah, TRX, big mover, guys. Awesome, awesome stuff. And keep your eye on Ethereum. Ethereum is definitely a project that I have high hopes for in 2018, and I think can easily get back up to its $1,200, $1,300 pricing, and yeah, Ethereum's a great project. You cannot create ICOs on the blockchain or these new projects without going through Ethereum. And I think that's why Wozniack said it could be the next Apple, because if Bitcoin, continues to do its run, then all these other altcoins have to use the Ethereum blockchain in order to create. So that's about it, guys. I just wanted to cover TRX, Ethereum. Awesome call out. We made some great profits on that. I would also keep your eye on EOS. EOS could be a big mover today. Let's take a look at it one more time. Still holding that 55 support, the 55 EMA very nicely. So I do expect further highs with EOS today. And that's about it. Anybody else have any other questions before we end this live stream? I wanted to make it a little bit longer and kind of just like a hangout, but I have my son and we got things to do. We have a day planned today, and I plan on heading over to my grandmother's and helping her out and stuff and blah 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 blah. But we're going to have some fun with this channel, guys. And I appreciate all the views. I appreciate all the subscriptions. I can tell that we are growing a little bit each and every day. And I will continue to put out that content as long as you guys continue to, show that support. Hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. Please hit that like button if you find value in this video and what I am doing. And also visit me on Twitter. Come, DM me any questions that you guys have whatsoever. Don't hesitate to ask. That's what this community is about. That's what this channel is about. This channel is here to help the investor who is just starting off in cryptocurrency, and that is my goal. So again, Ethereum, TRX, EOS, guys. Yeah, no problem, Matej. Thank you for joining very much. Thank you. And I will talk to you guys tonight. Again, tonight we are going to make a video on the top 5 coins that are dropping their main net this month or next month. I don't have the exact dates, but it will be in that video tonight, and I will explain exactly what a main net launch is. So you guys have a great day. I hope you all had a great weekend. Thank you so much for coming by and tuning in. And until then, keep trading and on to the next one.